Hello. Hi everyone. How are you? Really great to want to know who's... Oh, okay. There's some weird message coming up this time that I hadn't seen the other times. So, hi. Hi. Nice to be with you today again. I hope your weekend was great and that you had a very nice time with your family and friends and with whatever you did this weekend. We had kind of a quiet weekend, a little bit of gardening, a little bit of moving around, but not much. So let me dive in as you will be joining me shortly. Today's topic is about taking care of ourselves. And I must say, this is certainly a topic that I also need to pay quite a bit of attention to because this is not something that comes naturally to me. I have a tendency just to keep going and not to listen to my body. So this is, as much as many moms out there, this is something that I certainly need to pay attention and to be careful about. Hi Françoise, nice to have you with me today. So I've just started and we're going to be talking about taking care of ourselves. And hi Nadine, nice to have you too. So maybe I'll just wait a few seconds if others are joining. Hope your weekends were nice and that you had a great time. So I was saying that the topic today is taking care of ourselves, and this is something that I need to pay attention to. And just last week, I was actually reminded of that because I had to take an emergency appointment to the dentist. And this could have been prevented because I was having a pain in my tooth around here since, I don't know, a long time. I think it was since December last year. It was somewhere, I think, before or after Christmas, where I was feeling that like a tooth here being annoying me, and I just thought, okay, well, this will pass. And then by the time I wanted to take an appointment, my dentist was on holiday. So I thought, okay, I'll just see how I handle it. I was a bit scared with the end of the year celebrations and all that, but it actually went fine. And by January, because I had gotten used to that little pain that I had, I thought, okay, I'll take care of that, and I'll take care of that, and I'll push it away, and I pushed it away, and it was I will. But I think because I had this pain, I was eating all on the other side of my mouth, and on Friday morning, I had this huge pain coming up here, which was like a flash while I was eating or drinking, and I had to go and take an emergency appointment to the dentist, saying, "Ooh, like now I have to handle this." And this is exactly the same problem that we have with stress. Usually, we can take it a little bit at a time. I mean, we can take a certain amount of stress in our lives. So we just sort of keep going with that same amount of stress. But the problem is with stress that we actually don't feel it building up. And most of the time, we can only feel it when it is an emergency, just like my dentist appointment, when it's like too harsh or too big to handle, and that's when we are going to feel it. Just think of a pressure cooker, for example. If you take a pressure cooker, you're going to cook something, and you just take a pressure cooker, you put everything in, you close it up, and you put it on the stove with a little bit of fire underneath it. So you turn it on. For the first 15, 20, 30 minutes, you are not going to see, hear, feel anything. I mean, it's just like you just put it on the stove. It's just sitting there, and there's nothing happening. We don't see anything happening. The thing is, inside, the pressure is building up, and it's building up, and it's building up. Even though we're not hearing any noise, even though we're not seeing anything different or special, there is still things happening inside. And because at some point that pressure has built so much, it just has to have an outlet somehow. So that's when we are going to hear that first psh going out, and it's the pressure going out. If that little outlet did not exist and the pressure was kept inside, the thing is, it would have to escape somehow. So what would happen, like, if there was not this little outlet, this little sort of way for the pressure to psh, 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 and go out? Well, I can tell you exactly what would happen, because this is what happened to my in-laws. My sister-in-law always tell me the story of how the pressure cooker at her house exploded because they were cooking some lentils, I think, and there was not enough water. So at some point, the lentils just clogged the outlet, and the pressure couldn't go out, and the pressure cooker just exploded. I mean, just think of this thick metal pan that can explode. That is actually quite impressive. And there was lentils all over the kitchen. And to this day, she's so scared of pressure cookers, she will not cook in them, because she was so traumatized by this sort of big explosion that happened in her family. And this is exactly the same with our body. If we don't have an outlet to let the pressure out, at some point, our body will tell us that, okay, now it's enough. We need to stop that thing and just let everything go. And this is exactly what burnout is. Burnout is when our body is just telling us, enough, just stop going. Because most of the time what we do is we keep going, we keep going, we keep going without having this little outlet of pressure that can go out. Most of us don't go to burnout, though, because we still have this, hi Bernadette, nice to have you here. Yeah, I was saying most of us just don't go to that point of build-up where, like, just like a pressure cooker, where it builds up, and then it cannot take it anymore, and the pressure has to escape. Most of us will have little outlets of ways where we can let the pressure out. But I would still encourage you that it's still not enough, because as we are sort of letting the pressure out, there is still some pressure kind of building up at the same time. And just like my appointment at the dentist, again, if we don't have ways or time where we really let go of everything, then we will still kind of keep that pressure inside, and it will sort of be an ongoing circle. So our relationships, our parenting will obviously be impacted anytime we have this pressure inside that we can't let go of. We will have less patience, we will be more impatient, we will be more, our triggers will be more easily sort of triggered. Like all these little, like our buttons will be easily pushed, because we always are in a state where this pressure is building up. So I do believe that taking care of ourselves is the way to just let go of that pressure and really, like, put it all the way down where there's no pressure anymore. And then we can be more patient, we can be more relaxed, we can be more open, we can have discussions more easily, and things go on more smoothly. So really go for that walk with your friends, have a massage or a bath if this is your kind of things. This is not quite mine, but everyone has their way of taking care of themselves. Put up some boundaries. When it's your time, and you want to take that time for you without being bothered. For example, book a babysitter. A babysitter is a great way to just go and have some time for ourselves. The psychologist who did my training course always said it's actually much cheaper to book a babysitter than to do family therapy afterwards. Because when you take some time for yourself, booking a babysitter, you don't really, you shouldn't feel guilty about it. This is just some time that you can take for yourselves and to let go and to let the pressure off. And when you come back after taking some time for yourself, whether you've been painting, whether you've been reading a book, doesn't matter. Anything that allows you to just let go and relax, then when you come back to your children, you will be in a state which is much more conducive to parenting in a relaxed way, in a smart way, and where the emotions are not as strong anymore, and this pressure is not there all the time to be dealing with them. So yeah, that's about what I wanted to share today. Thank you to those who joined me. As usual, if you have any questions, I'm happy to either answer them here or later when you do ask them. As I said, I need to also be learning a little bit from there. I can see in the video like there that I have some gray hair that needs attending to. So I think after this video, I'll just quickly go and take my appointment, because it's been like a few weeks where I was, okay, I'll take it, and I'll take it, and I'll take it. But it's just rather than keep going and saying, oh, I don't have time for that, I don't have time for that, if you don't take the time to actually take this time for yourself, you will never have a time. So it's really something that you have to schedule, allow yourself to do, and really take this time and take care for yourselves. So yeah, if you don't have any questions, I'm just going to leave you here. And as usual, if you have any topics that you would like me to discuss at some later point, or if you have any questions, then just do send them my way, and I will see when I can fit it into the schedule for the live. But I love having input from you as to where your challenges lie and where you would like me to discuss things. So have a great day, everyone. Super happy to have been with you, and see you next time.